All right, let's talk about money. In just the next few minutes, we're going to completely reframe how you think about your finances. Seriously. We're going to ditch the complicated budgets and the stress and instead build a super simple automated system that builds wealth for you. It's all about living your version of a rich life automatically. Let's get started.
So, let me ask you something. When you hear the word budgeting, what comes to mind? For most people, it feels like a punishment, right? It's all about restriction, what you can't buy, what you can't do. If that sounds familiar, well, you're in the right place because there is a much, much better way to do this.
And this is the core idea. This is the big mindset shift. Money is just a tool. That's it. Its only job is to give you freedom, options, and more joy. If your current money system is just adding a ton of stress to your life, then, the system's broken and it's time for a new one. Okay, so where do we start? Well, just like building a house, you have to start with a solid foundation. So in part one, we're going to make sure that the basic tools you use every day, I'm talking your credit cards, your bank accounts, are actually working for you and not the other way around. First up, credit cards. Let's stop thinking of them as this scary trap and start seeing them as a powerful tool. The plan is really simple. Your number one priority is to crush any high-interest debt you have. After that, use rewards cards for your everyday spending. And this is the non-negotiable part, you have to pay your bill in full and on time, every single month. This does more than just save you money on fees, it builds you a strong credit score, which is basically the key to your whole financial future. Next, let's look at your bank. Are you still paying monthly maintenance fees? In this day and age, come on. It's time to switch to banks that have free checking. And this is crucial, move your savings to a high-interest online savings account. Let your money actually make you more money. A little pro tip here, create separate accounts for different things. It makes savings so much clearer and more motivating. All right, our foundation is solid. Now we get to the really exciting part. In part two, we're going to build the growth engine. This is the machine that runs in the background 24/7, building your wealth without you even having to think about it. Okay, lean in for this one because this is probably the single most important piece of financial advice ever. Getting rich isn't about picking the perfect stock or timing the market. It's all about time. It's about how long your money is invested. Thanks to the absolute magic of compound interest, even tiny amounts you invest today can explode into a fortune over the long run. So, how do you actually invest? You keep it boringly simple. Seriously. Don't waste your time trying to find the next apple. Instead, just consistently put your money into low-cost index funds. These basically let you own a tiny piece of the entire market. The whole mindset here is set it and forget it. Automate it and just let it ride for the long haul. And here it is. This is the heart of the entire automatic system. Look at how this flows. Your paycheck hits your account. Then, like clockwork, money is automatically sent to pay your bills. Then another chunk goes to your investments. Another goes to your savings. And the money that's left over at the end? That is your guilt-free spending money. You can spend it on absolutely anything you want because you already know all the important stuff is taken care of. So with that wealth machine humming along in the background, you're finally free to focus on what this is all really about. Part 3 is where we get to the good stuff, designing and actually living your rich life completely on your own terms. So forget budgeting, we're going to call this the conscious spending plan. It's just a simple roadmap for your money. About half, maybe 60% covers your fixed costs, rent, bills, the boring stuff. Then, a total of 20% is automatically sent to investments and savings. And the best part? Look at that last slice. That leaves a massive 20 to 30% for you to spend on whatever brings you joy. No guilt allowed. The real magic here is how you use that guilt-free money. There are only 2 rules. First, you spend extravagantly, go all out, on the things you absolutely love. And to afford that, Rule 2, you have to be totally ruthless in cutting costs on the things you couldn't care less about. All of this brings us to what we're actually aiming for. A rich life isn't about having $1 billion, unless that's your thing. It's a life that you design for you. It's where money stops being the goal and starts being the tool you use to build a life full of freedom, joy, and whatever fulfillment means to you. And what does that actually look like? Well, it's completely personal. For one person, it might be traveling the world. For another, it could be the freedom to quit a job they hate. Maybe it's being able to help out your parents financially. Or, hey, maybe it's as simple as being able to buy a great cup of coffee every single day without even a flicker of guilt. You get to write the definition. So, let's boil this all down to the key takeaways. Number 1, start now. I don't care if it's $5. Start. Number 2, focus on building a system that works for you, not chasing the latest crypto trend. 3, don't forget that earning more money is a huge part of the equation. And finally, and most importantly, your rich life is your own. You're the designer. We've laid out the entire system, from the foundation all the way to the design. The only thing left to do now is to start. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What is the very first, very small step you are going to take, maybe even today, to start living your rich life?